What is going on, agents? Alright, so with Title Update 5, we all know about the new changes to skills. So, what I wanted to bring with you today is a little build that I call Fire and Fury. Now, the reason why I call it this is because I am running the Fire Turret along with the Secret Mine damage, and those two combined with the Demolitionist Specialist is just a recipe for disaster. Now, I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to show you this build in actual gameplay footage rather than doing, a pre-made video and then going into the build. I kind of wanted it to flow smoothly. So you just let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll run the first two sections, this outside portion and the inside portion of Bank Headquarters on Heroic with the invasion. That way you guys can see the build in action, and then we'll go over what this build is. Alright, so you just hang with me for a few moments, and we'll get straight into what this build entails.
Civilians in danger.
You need to stop Black Tusk from obtaining the data they're after from the vault.
Enemy close! Airburst
Immediate
fire!
medical assistance needed.
Is he dead? Hostile civilian targeted. Can't get a beat on him.
Serious trauma detected. System disrupted.
Got a beat.
All right, so as you saw, that was the build in action. And as you can see from it, just with the fire damage and the seeker, the synergy between the two is just phenomenal. So, let's get right into it. So what I'm running right now is a custom P4 with measured talent. And for any of you guys who have seen my build, the True Phoenix build, you know that I state that I love the high rate of fire first and then doing massive amounts of damage on the back end. It just works really well overall. Next, I'm currently running the Stoner LMG, and with this, I took out the previous talent that gets rolled with it automatically, and then with this, I put on Unhinged because of the 20% weapon damage, but also because that this LAMG, this Stoner here, did also have 15% weapon handling. So if you take a look at it, the cost of negative 25% weapon handling, you're really only getting negative 10% because of the added 15%, if that makes sense. So, and then after that, with the pistol I changed to is the X45. Now, the reason why I'm running an X45 is because of this last talent here in Rhythm. While equipped, enemy kills have a 5% chance to refresh active skill cooldowns. Can occur once every 60 seconds. Now, with this, because just doing a 5% chance of killing an enemy refreshes the skill cooldowns, your skills, so the turret or the seeker mine, that is considered your weapon, and that still does have a 5% chance. It doesn't have to be with a weapon. So in Rhythm is definitely a talent that you want to have, especially with these skill builds now. So let's get right into the gear. With the gear, I am running a 2-piece tip of the spear. So we'll go over the mask first. Now with the mask, I've got 291 skill power along with 42% damage to elites. Perfect for me because of the pulse that I'm running. So you're going to see tip of the spear a lot in these next couple build videos because of the 20% skill, pulse skill, and then the 40% skill haste. Next, we'll go over the chest piece. The chest piece currently is the Alps Summit Armament because of the 20% skill haste, along with 903 skill power, 8% headshot damage, and then I'm running Unstoppable Force because I wanted to have a little extra weapon damage to proc after my skills were being used. That way, you're not just solely relying on your skills for the amount of damage. You do have some weapon damage as a backup, as a fail-safe in case anything should happen. On the chest piece, I'm currently running defensive mending, and then I'll just go over the utility mods I'm running. 104 skill power, 283 hive skill power, and 191 shield skill power. Could definitely have better utility mods, of course. I'm running with what I have available to me. Next, we have the second piece of the tip of the spear with the holster. This holster has a 724 skill power modified with 18,081 health, and then I'm running the offensive system firearms that has 3% assault rifle damage and 3% SMG damage. And if you wanted to, you could definitely run this build with the Chatterbox or with any other SMG. Chatterbox most definitely because of the high rate of fire. So yeah, that's why it's currently on there. And again, like I stated before, you'll see this pop up several times because I do run SMG with a defense build that I'm currently using, along with an assault rifle. Next, over to the backpack, the Heliguard Bighorn pack. This one, having the added 5% total armor really helps. 6.5% total armor as well, so you've got your 11.5% there. 15,951 health, along with 13% skill haste. Now, another talent that I find absolutely useful and that you should be running with your skill builds is skill. The skill kills have a 25% chance to reset skill cooldowns. Now, with this, because you are running the flame turret and you're running the seeker mines, you are going to get enough skill kills to proc this to have one or the other be reset. That way you can constantly keep using your seeker mines or using your flame turret whenever needed. I mean, it is definitely a good skill to have. Definitely something worth investing to. Also, this specific backpack did roll with the destructive 20% explosive damage. On it, I'm currently running the electronics, the 77 skill power with the 254 seeker skill power and then 298 pulse skill power. over to the BTSU data gloves. We all know about the data gloves, how popular they are. This is definitely a piece that you want with your skill builds. As of the moment, I can't find anything better than this. Definitely, if you wanted to try and balance out your weapon damage and your skills, you would not run this. You might want to run, a high-end type of skill or a high-end type of piece of gear. But with this specific setup, I am running the BTSU data gloves. And everything just synergizes so well, especially with the energy infusion, so while infused. So if your turret kills an enemy while they're flamed, your gloves are going to be infused with the burn effect, and this will add 10% skill damage, 10% skill healing and repair, and 10% skill duration for each of the electronic symbols that you have. So I've got 9, that's 90% right there. I mean, it's just phenomenal. The charge proxies, whenever you throw a skill, second and a quarter after landing, it creates an explosion, applying the infused status effect to all enemies within 6 meters. Enemies affected by the infused status effect take 50% more damage from your skills. On the BTSU data gloves, I'm currently running the 69 skill power with 332 seeker skill power, and then 139 skill power, and then the defensive protocol stamina added 9,756 health. Lastly is the China Light Industries HX02 knee pads. This has the added 10% explosive damage with the added 18% skill haste, destructive, 20% explosive damage. On here I've got 2% weapon damage with 1% damage to armor and 2% damage to health. This helps so much. You are running the demolitionist specialization. This is where it's kind of being built around because of the added 25% explosive damage. I have a current total of 75% explosive damage alone, and that's not even. I could get so much more too if I had an explosive damage here on the chest piece or anywhere else that it can be rolled to. But other than that, I'm running the flame turret. That's why it's called Fire and Fury. You have the flame turret, and then you've got the seeker, the cluster seekers. And as you saw from the footage previously, I mean, you are bypassing a lot of the headache of dealing with these heroic enemies. Definitely worth a shot. I recommend trying out this build. I recommend if you can, build it to your specifications. Definitely give it a shot. Definitely try running your heroic solos just to make it easier on yourself. It's been a fun build to get used to. I am very, very happy with what they did to the skill mods. I do think that maybe some of this is a little bit overpowered, but you know what? I mean, we are division agents. This is all about skills, and for the most part, it's awesome. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this skill build. I hope you enjoyed what I brought to you to the table with providing like actual gameplay footage of the build in use and then going into it. If you like that and you want me to keep doing that, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know what type of builds you're running. Let me know what recommendations you have. Let me know if you need any help building up your skill builds. I'm always willing to help. I always try and respond as fast as I can. And, just let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys around with another skill build video. Take care.